Good morning, everybody. Today we are in the Blue Ridge part of the New River drainage in Southwest Virginia, and we're going after New River endemics. Now there's 5 endemics that we can capture here: Kanawha darter, Kanawha minnow, sharp-nosed darter, Appalachia darter, and New River shiner. Now the sharp-nosed darter is kind of a hyper-endemic. It's more or less endemic to the Ohio basin, I think the southern Ohio basin, but the olive darter is in the adjacent drainage, so this is kind of an endemic. Anyways, yeah, I already have all these species on my life list. Every single last one of them is on my life list, but I have yet to show them to the camera. So that's what this venture is all about. I think we're gonna start with trying to catch a Kanawha darter, or a Kanawha minnow. Kanawha darter is actually pretty easy to catch. Kanawha minnow is not so much. Last time I caught one, it took me 3 hours to catch the first one, and then like 20 minutes to catch the second one. But we're gonna try this little riffle here. I know that Funicovius, they really like where riffles dump into pools very suddenly that are gravel riffles. So this is a perfect spot. We're gonna try for one here. Alright, so there is our Appalachia darter, Persina gymnocephala. This is actually our 4th Alvordius species of the trip. The first one was chainback, then mountain straightback, then roanoke, and now this. Alvordius is just, I think there's 13 species in it, and just like blotch-sided darters that are hyperbenthic. So that is very cool. Usually they have like kind of worm-like markings on their back, the Appalachia darters. This one not so much, but I can show you a picture of one that does. But yeah, this is actually kind of rare. I didn't think I would catch it. The first thing I'd catch today would be an Appalachia darter. I did not think that. There's only 11 populations of this species in the world, and they all occur in the upper New River drainage. But yeah, there's our last few of our Appalachia darter. Alright, we got a Kanawha minnow here. Gonna try and catch it. Alright, new goal. I think we have a tongue-tied minnow over here, and I do not have that species on my life list. I didn't even know that they occurred in here, so we're going to try and catch this tongue-tied. Alright, so all those Kanawha minnows, they're just way too tiny to catch on hook and line, and the tongue-tied up there, it got away from me, so now we're at the riffle down here, and I was just walking around, I saw a Kanawha minnow, or a Kanawha darter over there. So, but it's kind of shady over there. So we're gonna fish right here in the sun, see what we can't catch. See if we can't catch a Kanawha darter.
Why are you running?
It's been like 3 hours since the last fish. I've just been trying for Kanawha minnows, and I tried for Kanawha darters, and I tried for sharp-nosed darters. Finally got a New River shiner. Ooh. Alright, well there's our New River shiner, Metropus scabriceps. You can tell it is not a mimic shiner because its eye is absolutely huge. And it's super orbital, the eyes, which means it's positioned near the top of the head. And it looks like it's looking back up at you when you view it dorsally. That's a characteristic of super orbital. Yeah, that's crazy. And its snoot is also very blunt too, which mimic shiners don't really have that. Mimic shiners also, their scales and their shoulders are more like back and forth, kind of wavy. New River shiners, they're a bit neater than that. But yeah, this is a small one. Usually, last time I was here, there was a ton of big ones right here, right at the bottom of this riffle, but I haven't seen a single one there this year yet. It's also got these like little fluorescent spots on its dorsum between the dorsal fin and the caudal fin. I don't know if y'all can see that. Oh, there we go. There's the little fluorescent areas. Yeah, the side is kind of fluorescent too. That's a cool fish. Endemic. Alright, there's another new river shiner, Atropus scabriceps. I don't know where they all came from, but I just saw a ton of them down there. There you can see those big eyes and that blunt snoot. That's a New River Rosyface shiner, or silver shiner. I don't know. Let's try to confirm the ID on the bank. Yoink! Alright, so there's our Kanawha Rosyface shiner. I'm not entirely sure why it's different from a normal Rosyface shiner, but what I am sure of is that people think that it might be its own new species one day. So I am unsure of that uncertainty. This species does look a lot like a silver shiner, which also occurs in this drainage, but silver shiners, its dorsal fin origin is in line with its pelvic fin origin. Where on this species, Rosyface shiner, you can see the dorsal fin is set behind the pelvic fin. So that's one good way to tell them apart. It takes a while to ID them like that when you're going through hundreds of them. Let's let it go. Alright, well there's our saffron shiner. It is a non-native shiner, and it's very similar to the red lip shiner, so it's in the subgenus Hydrophlox. And the easiest way to tell the two apart is that red lip shiners, when they're spawning, their whole head will turn golden, whereas when saffron shiners are spawning, their whole head, it'll just have like a golden crown. The rest of the head will be red. Also, saffron shiners are a bit more tubular, whereas red lips are a bit more laterally compressed, like taller in the back. And this is something I've just noticed personally. Red lip shiners seem to have neater or very cleaner scales, whereas saffrons, they kind of have dirty edges to their scales. And they both turn a brilliant color when they're spawning on chub mounds. But just gonna let this guy go. There he goes. I got it. Oh yeah. There's our Kanawha minnow, Phoenocobius terratulus. Such a cool little fish. The third one I've ever caught in my life. Oh man. But yeah, it's in the genus Phoenocobius of the family Cyprinidae because it has a very sucker-like mouth. You can see there, very inferior. I wonder what is it plique? I don't know. I don't even know if it has any like texture to it, but yeah, that is cool. It uses that mouth to just go around the tops of riffles, bottom of riffles, just sucking up rocks everywhere. And they have a very distinctive pattern that they suck up rocks in. Like they're always going a big, huge loop. So you got to put your bait in like a rock that you've seen them suck before, and then they'll go back to that rock and then they'll just suck up your bait. But there were two of them down there, so they were both in the same spot. So I just put the bait in between them, and one of them sucked it up. Thank goodness. Such a cool fish. Okay, we're gonna let it go. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the video. We've been here for 10 hours now. I think it's a little after 7 p.m. We got here a little after 9. But yeah, we caught, I think 4 endemics. Yeah, right? Appalachian darter, or Appalachian darter, however you want to pronounce it. New River shiner, and Kanawha minnow, and what was it? Oh, Kanawha Rosyface shiner. Yep, 4 of them. And we saw a couple of Kanawha darters, but as you can see there, they live in 4 inches of water. They're hiding between a lot of cobble. Bridge jogo. Anyways, if y'all want to see what I've been doing for the previous 5 days in my Virginia trip, you can check out this video or a playlist here. But as always, thank y'all for watching. I'll catch you next time.